Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Breuer.
Jim Brewer.
Hey, this is Jim Brewer.
Merry Christmas! Yeah, well, I'm checking out all the kiddies' Christmas list. And you know what? I have some issues.
Before we jump all into this, I just want to say I just finished. I'm done. I'm done with shows. So I want everyone to know. So I come home from the road, and the last gig we do, it reminded me too. I played Lake Placid. Lake Placid, you were tremendous. Everything was amazing, and just that last 10 miles heading to the actual gig, it's snowing. I had to go up a hill, and the car in front of me wasn't going fast enough, so I couldn't. They slowed me down. I started sliding backwards. I was like, I can't. It's going to end. My last gig is going to end with me doing no more gigs. So to go from that, and then finally come home to Florida. Now you guys got to understand something. The minute I came home from Florida, it's been. My wife's like, "What we're doing? There's a Christmas thing with 40,000 people, and there's boats going by, and there's food and drink." So I literally land, boom, I land like, I'm in Florida. There's a car with the car brings me. It's 40 people. Hey, how you doing? Did I see you on? What's going on? Hey, you want a martini? Oh God, okay, here we go. We're fucking martini. So. I mean, and then that leads to the next day. I forget. Now we have company. So the company came. They meet us there. So now, right out of the gate, great company. In case they're listening, I want you to know you're a great company, and you know that. And to you, Julie, put the phone down. Stop going on the internet. That's all I'm going to say. So now I have company, and 7 in the morning. Hey, you want to go walking? Sure, let's go. You go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. You want to sit on the beach? Let's go to dinner. Let's go to dinner. Oh, we're going to dinner. Let's play a game. Oh, shit. We're playing games all night. I wake up the next day, same thing. And then yesterday was, hey, we want to see your friends too. It's the whole Vegas crew. We'll get into it, Joe's, and we'll talk. So they all came to see me. But now everyone's hanging out at my house last night. That's midnight. So I'm like, okay, let's go. Everyone get out of here. These two got to fly. I wake up. Everyone's like, we haven't had bagel sandwiches yet. You said the bagel sandwich. All right, let's go get bagel sandwiches. So finally, I said, okay, shoot. Okay, I got to go do the podcast. And I get on, right? And I'm going, oh, okay, it's like Christmas. Okay, yeah, that's right. We're doing a Christmas theme. Margot got this together, blah, blah. And I had some coffee, and I come up, and I'm not lying, and I'm not proud to admit this, but this is all going to change in the new year now to have no shows. And I go, man, I got to get the energy and blah, blah, blah. And the minute the screen went on, the first person I see is Mike and the back of his head where he's a complete life-size gnome. I instantly started giggling. I couldn't stop laughing. I had to sit down for like 5 minutes, get myself together, go, this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. All right. You know what? They're bringing the game. You're not bringing the game. And then Margot pops on, brings it to another whole level. So I want to say I've been in a really great mood during the last couple days. I was like, oh, God, I just need a blah, blah. And I got to say, this is some of the most fun. Are we even do anything yet? And I'm already in the most giddy mood that I've been in the last 4 or 5 days. So thank you, Margot. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. And thank you, Joe and James, for being here. All right, now let's go to everybody. Boom. Okay. This is so. Let me just ask. Also, what are we all doing? Me. I'll get to what I'm doing for Christmas. But Mike,
Is this your first time in Florida for Christmas, or no? You were there last year.
Correct. Yeah, I was here last year. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are you here for Christmas, or are you in Jersey with the drones?
I'm flying up to Jersey with the drones on Sunday.
Does the drone situation concern you, or do you care? Or
No.
No.
None of the above. None of the
well,
above.
I would tell you this: the company I just had,
Mhm.
it was the poor thing is worse than a heroin addict because they're flying back, and they're actually right in the drone territory. Bedminster, that whole area. And she's like, oh my God, what do you think they are? I said, I don't know. The government, they know what it is. And it should be every 10 minutes. So she almost didn't go home, but you don't care.
No.
Okay.
I'm hoping to see some as we land.
I wouldn't, I might fly up there just to
see a drone. Come on.
No, I know. It's
Dude,
so stupid.
Come on. Oh, the government doesn't know what they are. They're flying them. Come on.
So
if you and I flew an airplane through New Jersey and wasn't registered, we're shot down immediately. Come on. I'm not even a conspiracy dude. I don't smoke weed. I'm not conspiracy. Come on.
Right. It's common sense. It does. All right. So let's just go with James. James, what are you doing? Are you hanging out with Dad? Are you hanging out with the family? You get the whole family in for Christmas?
Yeah, they're gonna come, so I'll just hang out with them.
They're gonna come to you're going to their house.
I'll go to my parents' house, but my brothers who live across the country are gonna come home.
Coming. Okay. Well, that's enough details from you.
A man of many words.
Take it down a level. We don't need you eating up another 20 minutes.
God.
Wait a minute, but aren't you part Jewish too? So do you do both? You do.
We don't really celebrate Hanukkah. My mom is really the only one that lights a candle. But
what is? Can you? Do you know? Do any of you know? What is Hanukkah? I ask this every year, and every year I get the answer, and every year I go, "What is Hanukkah again?" I know it's a Jewish holiday, but what is the 8 candles? What is it?
It's for the 8. I kind of know this because I celebrated Hanukkah growing up and Christmas.
It's hard listening to you, but please keep them on. It's hard. It's hard seeing you try to be serious, Margot. For those who can't see, you got to go on YouTube and look at this. The glasses she has on.
The Jets.
Okay.
I like it. It is
So
very
what is it now?
It's a
So
good
what is
call.
it now? Yeah.
Hanukkah, the 8 candles are for the 8. This is going to be wrong-ish, but it's somewhat correct. It took the Jews, they needed to light a candle. It took them 8 nights to get out of somewhere that they were trying to get out of and get to a better place. And they lit a candle and it lasted for 8 nights. So now you light a candle every night. I know the prayer too in Hebrew. James, do you know? It's kind of right. Isn't that kind of right?
I don't know. I know there's 8 candles and you light them and you say something in Hebrew.
You say that.
I don't know what it's for.
The Jewish.
The 8 candles symbolize the number of days the temple lantern blazed.
Okay.
Kind of close. And then you get a present every night, which I'm pretty sure that is unnecessary.
Okay.
Related to the historic reason, but it's fun when you're a kid.
I would imagine. So Margot, are you Jewish?
My mom is Jewish. My dad is Italian, Catholic Italian, and so we celebrated
both
everything. We didn't go to church. We didn't go to temple. We didn't.
Yeah.
Do religion, but we celebrated all the holidays.
Ah, okay.
For sure.
Okay.
So
I got an accident one time. Here's a Christmas story. So at the end of our development, when I lived in New Jersey, and what a bizarre circumstance. So the woman that lived at the end, they were Fosters. They were called Debbie Foster was her name. And so I move into this middle of nowhere, New Jersey, Chester, New Jersey, very far from my high school and all that jazz. at the end of the street, this woman, it's like, hey, Jim Brewer, blah, blah, blah. She goes, I went to high school with, she went to high school with me. So anyway, we're neighbors. I went to high school with her. Who would imagine our little town, we're on the same street, blah, blah, blah. She's Jewish. They're Jewish. And I never knew like people. So one day I was driving in my neighborhood and I see the Christmas. It's after Christmas. And I see they're throwing out their Christmas tree. And I'm staring at the Christmas tree and I'm going, wait a minute. I thought Debbie was Jewish. Like, why is there a wreath and I don't understand. Did she move? And as I made a left, I wasn't paying attention. And I was in the other lane and smashed right into my other neighbor. Like, oh, God, dang it. But the most embarrassing part was I never knew, like, oh, you can celebrate everything. I'm like, oh, my God, Debbie Foster has a Christmas tree. She's Jewish and whatever.
Sounds like he's playing keyboards.
Okay, I was wondering if I was...
Were you in a car?
Yes, I was in a car. What'd you
Car
think
accident.
Yeah, I smashed it head on. And my neighbor was so annoyed at me. She didn't even care that I smashed her car head on. She just had to be somewhere. She's like, I don't care. We'll deal with this later. And she pulls the kids out of the car. And then I said, take my car. She's like, no. And she went and got up the other one, got out of there. And thank God she was really cool. And, she could have, I just paid and do whatever. But I probably could have got an ugly ticket out of that.
Dude.
Head on, opposite side of the street. Yeah.
How old are you at this point?
Oh, my God. It was only like 10 years ago. Wasn't that long ago.
I thought this was like I was a teenager.
No, this is an adult. That's the scare. That's what I'm saying is why it's so scary. This is me as an adult. All right. So that's what you're doing, James. Cool. Margot, what does your Christmas look like? Because you got a sister.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad.
My dad. Yeah.
I don't know if you hang out with. Okay.
My dad, yeah, we're hanging out. We're all, so my favorite, this was a question also that I wanted to ask everybody, because I like to know what everybody's Christmas tradition is. Like what everyone's favorite, every family has something that they do or multiple things that they do every year. My mom was a Christmas person. Like she loved Christmas. And so when she passed away, it's been 6 years. And so we didn't do Christmas. My dad has not gotten a Christmas tree, put up one decoration since she passed. And it took me a few years, but now I do. I have a Christmas tree and I love it. But we did the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve, the Italian tradition of the 7 fishes meal where you have 7 different fish dishes.
Yeah.
We did that my whole life. And we stopped doing it temporarily after my mom passed, but then we did it last year. I think me and Mark did it last year. Anyways, I was going to do it this year. I texted my sister. I said, I'm going to do the 7 fishes. Everybody comes to my house. Literally within an hour, my dad texted me and said, I'm having you, Jenna, Michael, and Mark over to my house for Christmas Eve. Oh. He didn't ask. He just said, you're coming. And I was like, okay. I said, well, tell me what to bring. I assumed in my head, I'm like, we're doing the 7 fishes. And he said, we're getting Chinese food from this restaurant. It's supposed to be amazing. What?
It's a new tradition.
He's bringing the Jewish back in.
And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, fine. So that's what we're doing.
So
love it.
All right. Well, let me ask you, is that something where you'll go, you'll turn around, you're like, you know what, I'm going to do the 7 fishes anyway, and I'll do it on a different day? Or is that it? It's done until maybe next year.
Now we're just going to do it on Christmas Day because we don't do anything on Christmas Day. There's nothing to do. Everything's closed. So we're going to eat fish all damn evening and afternoon.
Well, I'm glad you're doing the Christmas tree and stuff again.
Yeah.
How long did that take you? Is this the first year?
No, I've done it every year since I've been here. So I've been here for 3 years. This is my 3rd Christmas here. So I've done it every year here. And I think I did it my last year in Atlanta before I moved here just by myself. So I spent the holidays alone for 4 years in Atlanta every year. And it sucks.
Oh,
So I can
oh,
understand, people say Christmas is the hardest time of year and suicide rates go up and it can be really hard for people.
yeah,
I
yeah,
never really could get that concept, but spending the
yeah.
holiday, some people they can't get to family or whatever, and it's hard. It's tough. So
Yeah, I think I've heard that story before. I've definitely heard that story before for some people. Wait a minute. Now, if you don't mind me asking,
Mhm.
so you were alone for 4 years?
In Atlanta, yeah. After my mom died, I got divorced pretty much right away, and I quit my job. I just completely changed everything. And
Wow.
so, but I
Okay.
wasn't ready to move back here. I wanted to stay in Atlanta because I was there. It was comfortable. So, but yeah, I didn't really, in a divorce, you sometimes lose all your friends because they're like my ex
You
was from
take
there. So it was his
right.
family, his friends.
Okay. Wow. So you went from that to alone to I'm not doing a tree to now we're wearing the Green Hornet, going to dad's, doing the
Chinese
seven
food.
fish, eating Chinese
Yeah.
food, hanging.
Full force back into Christmas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mike, what were you doing for Christmas for a while? Or what are you doing this year?
I'm going up to Jersey, hang out with the drones and family. Normally I had 2 Christmases. My
Okay.
parents separated very early, so I would do dad's family Christmas Eve, mom's family Christmas Day.
Ugh.
That's pretty much how it was every year up until last year, and then this year my aunt and my cousin were fighting, and then my cousin made plans to go to Virginia the day that I'm going up for Christmas to meet everybody. So I'm just gonna have Christmas Eve with my girlfriend and my aunt, and then Christmas Day with my mom and my stepdad.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sounds
Yeah.
exciting.
But it's
But-
cool though, because the 2 different Christmases that I have is they're pretty cool. Because the one with my mom's side on Christmas Day is normal, traditional Christmas, ham, all that good stuff. My
Yeah.
dad's on Christmas Eve. We do Polish Christmas, so we do
Yes.
pierogies,
Pierogies,
kielbasa. I'm in charge of getting the babka every year, so it's totally different. Very cool.
Yes, I know
great.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's phenomenal. No fish?
No fish.
Okay. What's up, Giuseppe? How's it going out there?
Going
I haven't
killer,
seen you in a
brother.
while. I haven't seen you in a
know.
while.
Haven't seen you
Are you
since
going
the
to do?
caverns.
Are you doing shows in the
My
in
Christmas.
January at all?
Well, I was going to say, when Mike said his Christmas was 2, that was the way it rolled with me when I was a kid. I always did Christmas with my mom in Santa Cruz, and like Margot said, my mom would have a raging party Christmas Eve, invite everyone in the neighborhood, and she'd make clam chowder, and they would just all be in the, everyone from the neighborhood would come to the house, and she would just, make all this food for everybody, and then play Christmas music, and everyone would hang out. And when I was younger, it was awesome. And then as I got older and I started, snaking beers from the cooler, that was even better because I was, there's just alcohol everywhere, and we would just be like, just have a field day, and they'd be, "Are you drinking?" You just take a couple Heinekens and split. So that was awesome. And then my dad would pick me up the day after Christmas. He'd pick me up and we'd drive to LA to visit his family. And then he'd take me. I'd go to the skateboard park, and back then it was like Whittier Skate Park or Del Mar in San Diego. And I'd come down and just skate all those parks, and we'd hang out at my Uncle Blaze's house and eat, and then have a big New Year's Eve fest, and then head back to LA. So I know what Mike's talking. Or head back to Northern California. I know what Mike's talking about when you're kind of splitting the traditions with each group.
Yeah.
And then that's why when I got married, I was like, dude, we're gonna have it at my house. We're gonna go for it. And then you go through the divorce, and then you're like, all right, I had to give away all my Christmas shit. All right, let me see. Cool. We'll set up this cup. Let's decorate that. All right, that'll be cool. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. No, but now though, I got my own pad, and then like last week, it was like my dad, and then like my kids came and like we decorated the tree, and like Amy's kids, they haven't came down yet, but then like, you know, it's been cool because like now I got my own scene. So like I got my own house. You've been here, you know, so it's like, it's awesome to have, like, you start your new tradition. So my kids came down last week and we did all the thing because they're going to spend Christmas with their mom and do their thing. But it was cool to have them down here. And then Nate and I are supposed to go on some road trip tomorrow. He's like, we'll take you on a road trip in my new car. And I'm like, all right. So, but I haven't heard from him, so that might not be happening. He's the master, like, dude, we're doing this, we're doing that. And then I call him, are we doing that? Oh, no, man, we're not doing that. Okay. Typical 20-year-old, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But I'm psyched for the holidays. And then I go to Denver to do shows.
You speak, man, you seem a little thrown off, Joe. Are you good?
Do I?
Yeah, you seem like how would I explain it? Like
Dude, are you messing with me?
No, I'm not busting with you at all. I'm totally no. First of all, I'll just say this: you were talking very fast and very to the point. Very, very like this is not. I'm just saying this business Joe Sib. This is business. I got my collar on. I got this on. There's people. The corporation is watching me, so I must just speak and make sure that when we have the board meeting after this conversation, that certain board members would not be upset with particular things that I put out for the outside world here. So I don't want to have those repercussions infiltrating any of our future engagements, because this is my top priority is to make this happy. That's what it's. See, am I crazy? Am I busting on Joe right now?
I don't know, dude. I think, dude,
Mike, be honest with me. Yes or no?
There's definitely something up.
There's something up.
His eyes are half closed. There's something in that coffee cup. It's not the normal Joe.
Dude, I've been drinking mushroom coffee.
What?
You ever drink rye? Dude, I tried. So
Wait. When he says mushroom,
he's
not
microdosing.
talking about psychedelic type mushroom. He's talking about the new.
Well, you guys, dude. Okay, hey, how about we throw this in there, dude? It's not 12:30. I had to be ready for this thing at 8 in the morning, bros. And then my bro decides to move it up. Oh yeah. No one's thinking about. Oh, dude, had to be up at 7 to get ready for the podcast. You guys have all been cruising around in your lives. Me and Margot have been up since 6. She's had to put the outfit on, and then I drink my mushroom coffee. So I drank my mushroom coffee, and I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna put the little computer up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna talk like a moron when I'm on Jim Brewer's podcast. But if you want me to act like a moron, I can. I can slide into that. There you go.
There he is. There's angry. That's it. There's the
not angry Joe, but just like
he's wide awake now.
There he is. To be professional. Why do you give me when I want to be professional, dude?
It's
why?
It doesn't suit you well.
All I was doing was being articulate. I didn't say any dudes or bro. Okay, you ready?
Is your dad standing behind you? Is your father listening to the podcast and going, Joe, I really don't like the way I love the points you say, but you're talking in a manner that it just stop it, Joe.
He always says, when you talk in real life, you don't know how to choose your words. It's weird, but when you're on camera or on stage, you suddenly know how to talk. He came to see, dude, you ready for this? Came to see me at La Jolla, watched a whole hour. I murdered, got a standing O. I see him the next day. What's up, Dad? Doesn't even bring up the show. You know what he said? He goes, you were very organized on stage. Doesn't talk like I did a whole bit on Gavin Newsom that I knew he hated. I did a whole bit on God, it turned out great.
That was funny.
You know the bit that you and Mike's.
But that's hard for you because I know you're a little spectacle when he's there. So go, dude, I know which bit you're talking about.
But you would have been proud of me, dude. I went into the paint. I went in, and when someone doesn't like something, so you go harder on it.
Yes, yes,
that.
Me, yes,
yeah. Remember the time your whole family came to see us, dude? Remember the time it was in PA, dude? Where was it when the PA went out and I had to go on stage and everyone we thought they were.
This was
with
recently.
Us. It was in.
About this.
It was in PA, somewhere in PA.
Is this the one where you were like you were young, you were mad, and
where I got
and
mad
like,
at the guy. But
yes, it was great.
So the PA went out. It was somewhere in Pennsylvania. The PA goes out, but by the time you got on stage, but before that show, you had dinner with like 12 family or like 10 or a big family member, and then you're driving back, and they didn't even call you or text you, and you for an hour. Jim's like, did I say something? Were they mad at me? And finally, he goes, I'm just going to call him, and then they picked up right away, and they're like, oh my God, we loved it, and you're like, well, I didn't hear from you, and they're like, I know, we had dinner before, and we saw, like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, were you guys pissed during the show? Like, did something happen? Is everything okay? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, so if you guys, if anything, so no,
well, you were talking about your dad.
Oh, my dad came to the show.
Bits in front of the, yeah.
He doesn't talk about he doesn't talk, like, this is the third time that he's come to a show, and he always wants to come and hang out. He loves the green room. Dude, he came to see me. Remember when he came to see us in San Diego?
Yes.
He hung out with you. He talked Africa with you for hours.
Yes.
I went out. I had a great set. It was a huge venue. And then I go, all right. And I'm walking him to his car. And he goes, wow, I love that you wore a collared shirt tonight. That was great. Okay.
Really? My dad did the same thing. My dad never said, wow, you were really funny. He would never say, that stuff. I would just get, wow, they seem to like you. Or this is the other one. You got paid, right? Oh, yeah, I got paid. It's not a matter as long as they pay you.
Thanks, Dad.
We hour and a half going we meet and greet, chicks away. I got paid? What?
Yeah.
Is that it?
You're still literally sweating from the show. And there's no acknowledgement of it. Yeah.
So I wonder what that's so interesting. But I would think your dad's like, Joe, it was wonderful. My dad did. There was a lot of people in there.
One thing I will say, though, one thing he did say to me, and I forgot, you know what, maybe this might be it. He was like, hey, he goes, sometimes when I'm in the venue, it's just with my hearing, I can't really pick up on the word, the sound is so loud, or, and I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, because and he did say, everyone's really into it, but I can't pick up exactly what I'm missing words. And I'm like, oh, got it. That kind of made sense,
Yeah.
He was just like big PA,
Yeah.
I was organized.
You were organized. See, there you are. There's Joe.
Dude, it's just early.
I know. It's in it.
Professional and organized.
Yeah, not funny, just organized.
No.
In a collared shirt. I like this shirt.
All right. Yeah. No. That's who I. Yeah. There you are. There you are. I'm seeing each other for like a while.
I know.
Yeah. We're gonna get what I want to. Yeah, we gotta.
Selling these, still signed.
Oh,
2023.
Yes, still signed.
2023, a laminate with Jim.
I had to sign them all at the last gig. What gig was that?
That was in the caverns with
the caverns.
With Gene and Phil.
I signed those in the caverns. Oh my
Gene
God.
And Phil.
Can I tell you guys? So the night after is this award show, right? And at the award show, I brought Gene and Phil. So I bring my two best friends, and like I'm sitting across from Dr. Peter McCullough, and it's people from all around the world, whatever. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there's just a little tiny, I won't say nervousness, but I'm worried about certain people judging, right? We're going to a very, black tie event, and I've got my salt of the earth gorillas coming with me from childhood, and they held court from this event ended like, I don't know, 9:30. I think they held court from 9:45 p.m. to 2 a.m. Just my friend Gene had a circle of this guy's the top surgeon in the world. This lady, she's the top female breast surgeon, and this was he created this energy thing. And Gene has them just howling.
Can I show the photo? Can I show the photo of you guys hanging out?
Yeah, of course.
Oh my God, I gotta find it. You sent it to me. I'll keep looking for it, but keep going, man. The tuxedo you were in was epic.
Yeah, so I wore this whole big. I don't even know why I brought this
with the hat.
Yeah. Why did I even bring this story up? Where was I going with this?
Oh, because we were talking about last time we saw each other. We were at the caverns.
Oh yeah, and then you were like, "Hey man, I need you to sign these right here." I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
God." And we were freezing our asses off on that, and that was freezing down. By the way, the caverns. If anyone, go see any venue yet. That's one of the coolest venues I've ever been to. You walk down into like this cave thing. The whole setup is amazing. It's
now, is it underground? Like, is it actually in a cave underground?
Margot, no? I thought it was. You're probably visualizing what most people do, including me. I was under the impression that you have to like walk downstairs or take an elevator, and you're in an actual cave.
Oof.
This is. Imagine walking into a parking garage.
Yeah.
That just instead of going up, it goes down. And so you walk around this thing, and then you're going down this little ramp, and then the whole cave is right there.
Okay.
So it doesn't keep going. It's not like a cave that just keeps going and going. It's just once you're under.
There's another cave behind it though that they're going to do bigger shows in. The guy said, and I was like, "There's one behind it," and I heard that one's even bigger. But it's like, Margot, when you go there, you drive your car into it. Like they took me down there to drop the merch off, and literally drove my car, drove like a truck in there. It was it was pretty crazy.
That I could do. I'm very claustrophobic, so when I heard you guys were in a cave, I was like, no way.
Yeah, no, I did caves in Mexico one time. Here we go. Here's the.
Wow.
So Gene.
Great.
Yeah, so obviously I'm on the left.
Look at that tux, bro.
That's amazing.
In the middle is Phil, and to the right is Gene. And Gene had a badass hat on. Look at the hat he's got on.
Yeah. Okay.
They are. Whew.
So Gene and I are hanging out, and we stayed at this crazy hotel out in Nashville where they put Jim up for the award ceremony, and it was Christmas time on steroids. Million people there, and we were trying to find a place to have a drink, and we all find this bar outside, and there's like Christmas trees and waterfalls, and it's so nice, right? And Gene's there, Phil's there, and Jim, and we've all had dinner, and they're just now. I wasn't drinking, and those guys are like 2 martinis in, and we're just busting each other's balls. But I'm not going as fast as they are, especially Gene. And we start talking, and Jim goes for like full on like bring it down moment for just like, dude, look how lucky we are. He's talking about his kids and how much he loves them, as Jim does when he has a couple drinks. Like, dude, I'm so grateful, and I look at our lives, and our parents weren't able to spend time like they do with us, like we do with our kids. And I'm sitting there, and I go, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm super grateful that like my kids, my kids never came to like, I played soccer. My mom and dad never came to one game. And and Gene goes, yeah, because you sucked.
Yeah, he's like, why would I waste a nice weekend to go see my kid who can't kick the ball because he's of course because he's being on skates all day, so of course he can't kick the ball.
Maybe they didn't come because you sucked. And dude, everyone starts laughing. And at that point, it was I couldn't even catch back up to as the kid knows. The laughter went so to the next level the train of those three dudes took off, and I couldn't even catch up to it. I was like, I think I left like a half hour later. I was like, you know what? I can't even come back to that. And I tried to stay in the game.
Joe
was
never.
such a
You never
punch to
spoke
the-
the rest of the night. You never.
Yeah,
You shut down after that.
Well, it was
You were
such
like,
a.
"Yeah, man,
I lobbed him
embarrassing."
such a softball.
You know, I like play soccer. It was the timing of it too, and he's sitting back in his chair like this, right, just waiting to pounce on anyone. And if you have sensitive feelings,
Oh God,
you should go see Gene. We should have Gene therapy. We'll call it Gene therapy.
That's a great thing. Yeah, you know,
Oh
I'm feeling sad because my girl left me. Get over it. What? She left you because you're a loser. That's why
maybe
she
if
left
you
you.
aren't so stupid, he will find your weakness and he will expose it. The way I wish, and it may sound, it's just not, I don't even know how to explain it.
Dude, he's not being he's just being honest.
He's just being blatantly honest. It's up to you if you want to accept it.
Maybe they didn't come to see you because you sucked. God, I never thought of that.
Why would I? Let's go Saturday. Watch my kid just suck for 40-degree weather.
Yeah. But Gene's the best, man. I mean, both those guys, Gene and Phil. And the best thing is if you don't, when you watch Gene and Phil, he'll say things that are insanely funny, but when Gene says something like that, then you look at Phil and he goes, he's going.
That's what he said.
He's got a point.
He's got a good point. Yeah.
You should have both of them on. That sounds fun.
Yeah, you know what? We'll have them on and we'll do like
Gene therapy. I'm telling you, let's get listeners.
I like
just
Gene therapy.
And Jim, you can read them. Margot will get them. Someone will call and be like, "Hey, I need," and let's do this. Let's preface it with, "Hey, if you're asking for Gene therapy, you know what you're getting into. So don't expect. Well, maybe you should give yourself some private time. Like, and you could ask up things like, hey, lately, like I said, someone would be like, "Yeah, I just went through a breakup." You're like, "Yeah, of course. Look at you." I'm telling you.
If you want the absolute truth about your situation, we will have Gene therapy. But I'm telling you now, he's going to try to make you cry.
The person won't be on the air. You'll just read what the person sends in.
We can have them record it. Leave a recording.
Yeah,
leave a recording. Leave a recording for Gene therapy. I think Gene therapy, we might be saving lives with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Saving money, that's for sure.
We get a stack of recordings. We send them to him, different people asking different things. We have him record a bunch of them, and then we could just, disperse them as we please.
Yeah.
Show. Yeah.
Now, just so you know, this is the same person who, dude, this is one of the stories. This is one of the stories at the Hard Rock where James might not remember, but he had to look after his sister's dogs.
I was wondering if you were going to tell this.
His sister's dog. His sister cherishes these dogs like they were her children, and she very rarely gets to go away. And he's got his own dog. And long story short, Gene has to watch his sister's dogs, and I guess the sister was like, whatever you do, do not open the fence. He will go running and I'll never be able to get him. Please don't open the fence. No problem. The sister never goes on vacation. The dog goes out and whatever, the fence is left open. Somehow, I don't know if the dog opened the fence. Somehow, it doesn't matter what happened. The dog is gone. Gene is driving all night looking for this dog. He's pissed off. He's got to find it. He's so aggravated. This dog is that stupid that he's willing to just leave the home. It's the dog's fault that he's that stupid that he doesn't know how good he has it in this household, right? And then he goes from that to, or he can't stand living in this household, and I want out of here. Somebody save me. So either way, it's not on me. So cops a little kid. The sister, he doesn't know if he should tell him. The sister comes home, and naturally, she loses her mind. And at first, Gene is like, and I'm like, it's a dog. Get another one. It's not a kid. Oh my God, you go to the pound, and oh my God, which dog should I pick? There's all different dogs. Get another dog. It's not like they live forever. Ain't your aunt. And I'm like, you weren't saying this. She's like, yeah, of course I was saying. She was yelling at me. Oh my God. And then he ends it by going, you know what? At the end of the day, this is on you. Because you knew what you were getting into asking me to watch that dog. You knew. You went through all the scenarios and you convinced yourself this wasn't going to happen. So at the end of the day, this is on you. That is the power of gene therapy.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like it. I agree with Gene on that.
And you know what? And you know what, Margot? I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't understand. I understood right away. However, if I didn't go through this, I'm going to tell one of those. It's a sad and tragic story, but easy to tell now. When my mom, before she passed, there were times she really started losing her mind, like completely. I'd get the call, can you come pick up your mother? She's naked. She's screaming. Someone's trying to kill her. And I'd have to go to the place and get her and bring her out. Anyway, it was a big mess. All right. So my mom's got somewhat dementia, and she was nasty. She'd wake up 3 a.m. screaming. And then my wife would come down. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And my wife and she'd yell at my wife like, nobody likes you. And so she'd say, but you couldn't take it personally because she's going wacky.
That's hard.
Hence, God rest her soul, I asked my sister. I said, listen, I haven't been away with my wife and the 3 kids. I'm trying to, I'm looking after dad. I'm looking after mom. I got, my nephew. And just give me 4 nights. I'm going to go to Florida, 4 nights in Florida. That's all I'm asking. Matter of fact, the first day is just flying. It's 3.5 nights. Oh, okay. I will pay you. I'll pay you. You'll pay me. Here's bang. Here's money there. Bang. Tell you what, she asked for more money. I went, okay, I'll give you money. Bang. I'm paying to watch our mother. Not my mother.
It's her mom too.
This is our mother. Another sister is less than a mile away. Okay. So with that said, I give her rules. Now I'm trying to talk to Bolton. I'm trying to they don't understand. I said, no. You can't be, this isn't party time. Because I know when you're at the house, you the wine bottle opens up at this hour and you can't. And I'll tell you why you can't. You got to be this is on guard 24/7. This is, unless you're drugging mom to make her sleep for hours, this is not going down. This is not going down. And so I push that over and over and I go, and here's the most important thing that I said to my sister. Listen to me. She's going to say the most nastiest, oh no, I'm used to. Oh no. You don't understand. She's going to personally attack you, but you got to understand. It's not her. It's not her. So do me a favor. Don't take anything personally, and please don't drink. Please, I'm begging you. I'm not. I'm okay. Cash, more cash. We go over the rules. I leave. I think it was night number 2 where the phone rings. I've got this one on the line at 3:30 in the morning. She's saying horrible things to me. And I hear my mom like cackling like a jackal, and she's like, she's trying to kick me, and I hear her go, "Why are you trying to kick me, Ma?" This is not a 17-year-old child. This is a late 50-year-old dealing with a 80. And like, okay, all right, give me. Let me call you in 4 hours. I'm trying to. My other sister comes to the house. I got to call her at 3:30 in the morning. The next day, she's not paying attention. My mom is found in the neighborhood a block and a half later. My other neighbor called me. Hey, I got your mom here, and she's asking me, "What do you mean? I'm like, where's what is going on?" Now I fly home. I gotta fly home. Hey, hun, vacation's over. Sorry.
It's your own fault. It's your own fault.
Pack up the beach bags. Blah blah. Blah. Oh no! I guess we come back. I get the call. Mom's at the hospital. What? Yeah, she's in the psych ward. What? She's in Morristown Hospital. I had to put her, and they put her in the psych ward. So in like 3.5 days, I come back. My mom is literally, there's people screaming. Like they're barking. This one's barking. This one's screaming violent things. And my mom's just sitting there in this cage, like a prison. It's a prison room in the hospital. It's a prison room. And there's my like 88-year-old mother who's blind in one eye, losing her mind. Like, what is going on right now? You don't understand. And you know what? At the end of the day, I couldn't get angry because in my head, I went, this was on me. I did go through this scenario. I did go, you know what? Okay. I know you haven't stopped being able to drink every night for maybe the last ever. And I know for fact that you're super sensitive, especially with mom. It was on me. It was on me. So gene therapy, I would not agree with him until I had a moment like that. And sometimes, as much as you think, oh, you know what, you should, it's not you. You knew better. You knew better. I wish all you guys a wonderful Christmas. Margot, you're so awesome. Thank you for the freaking hornet. No, you bring I'm so excited for going into this new year because I have someone like you. I really am. You and Mike, and of course, James and Joe are just the sprinkles of this delight of but you guys are the glue, and I really can't thank you enough. And I'm super excited. I would never take this many shows off, and I would never take the chance. This is the first time in my entire life and career that I chose. I'm not doing any shows until I announce a complete tour. I may work out in Florida, and the reason being is because this team has me super excited to really jump in this podcast world and do things that we're really capable of, or what I feel I'm capable of. And as much as I probably have that, some people say now, I can't do it while I'm traveling and doing shows and then I'm home. But this is, I am so stoked for this. And I just want to thank you, Mike, and all you guys. Joe, for keeping the ship together every time I travel and go away. All you guys, I think we're going to have quite the 2025. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I love how Margot, you push us all like to do stuff like this because none of us would have thought of doing like the Thanksgiving show or doing this Christmas show. You know, we would have been like, yeah, whatever. You know, like it's just thank you for pushing us.
Look how easy it is. I was this morning, like Joe said, I was up early. I was like, okay, I got to go over the segments. I want to make sure I have everything organized. I want to make sure the answers make sense in case somebody says this. And then I remember what Mike said to me after the Thanksgiving one. He was like, you don't need a bunch. Like, we'll just get on. It's just going to go. Like, we'll all talk. It'll take off. Don't worry. And I was like, yeah, but just in case, like, what if nobody has anything to say? What was I thinking? That's never going to happen. So
we always have something to say.
Good group, I think.
Yeah, awesome group. So look at Mike.
Just sweating my ass off, dude.
Are you?
Here's the Mike who stayed in this. He's basically in a Disney costume for over an hour, and he never once flinched. That thing's got to be 300
It's a sleeping bag. It's like a Smurf sleeping bag.
Yes.
So we're gonna get together. I got ideas. Me and Joe Sib. I got ideas for all of us. We're gonna have a fun 2020-25. So
I'm excited.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And I want to thank Margot and Mike and Joe and James. And it's been an incredible year. I can't wait for next year. And you guys are my inspiration. So what were you gonna say, Margot?
What are you doing for Christmas? You didn't tell us what you're doing.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. So I'm going to be in Florida. My daughter cooked last year, and it was so good. She cooked her own recipe, like short ribs and and like the scalloped potatoes with jalapeno and all this other jazz. So literally, I think it was this morning where everyone was like, "Hey, what are you guys having? What are you guys having Christmas?" And I went, "What?" And she went, "Are you being serious right now?" We said last year I'm always gonna cook. I'm cooking the short ribs this year. So my daughter's doing the same thing. Family's coming over, meaning my other daughter, the boyfriend, and it's just a quiet Breuer crew in the house, and the girls cook, and that's all we need. So that's what we're doing.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So
perfect.
Love it.
There you go. Merry Christmas, you guys. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, you guys. Love you guys.
Merry
Christmas.
Thank you for everything, you guys.
Likewise.
And to all the listeners, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you, and give yourself a break and just enjoy life. Just go out and enjoy life. Don't get wrapped up in drones and this and that and all that jazz, or who got a gift and who didn't get a gift and why'd they get a gift. It ain't about a gift. Just go out. Our time are limited. We're all on borrowed time, so go enjoy some of that time right now. Have a good one. See you next week on the Breuniverse.
Take a look around and what do you see? Mark the date down tonight, we're making history.
Hey, this is Jim Breuer, and I got my own Patreon page, and hopefully you'll check it out. Live comedy concert streamed once a month. Early access to the Breuniverse podcast every single week, and have bonus footage and bonus segments. I promise you I'm not going to let you down. Go check out my official Jim Breuer Patreon page, and I'll see you there.